Why? What's the reason? Why did God put things that want us dead on the earth, and especially in Australia? What is up, YouTube? It is MakiCake, your cafe cat VTuber. I love sweets. What is up? What is up? Hi, it's so nice to meet you all. This is my first reaction video, so bear with me. I don't really know how this all goes. I just thought I wanted to watch some videos and have you guys here with me along for the ride. Today we will be reacting to more PARZ. I think all I know is Australian and bugs. I think I saw bugs at one point, and I'm a little scared because if you don't know me, this cat happens to be terrified of bugs. I have an intense fear of bugs and arachnophobia. So, let's just say this cat could not live in Australia. I really couldn't. It probably would be a very bad idea, honestly. Well, let's get into the video. Honestly, let's just go. Let's let's rip the band-aid off. Okay. Oh, deep breath. Okay, Australia. Oh, let me warn you, I do yap a lot, so I might pause a lot. I might talk a lot. I'm going to try not to talk over the video. But again, I don't know reaction etiquette, so if you want to leave a comment and tell me what I could improve on, that would be amazing. Thank you.
Australia has a lot of spiders, but recently we found a new one, because of course
No!
And the new one is the most certified Australian.
No, we're already off with the video of starting with spiders. Every spider deserves to burn in hell. Your spider is gonna burn in hell.
A moment I've ever seen. For a bit of context, one of the several thousand spider species we are home to is the Sydney funnel web, the deadliest spider on the planet. Because of course it's down here. Where the fuck else did you think you were going to find
I fucking hate
These
spiders.
scary-looking fuckers are highly venomous and can flatline you with a bite in 15 minutes. And
Who
if
on
you think wearing...
Who on earth would like to live in Australia? That's the question. I mean, I know they got their funny little accents that are so cool and so crisp, but why would you live in Australia? Oh.
Thick clothes will save you. Be aware the bastards have fangs long enough to punch through shoe leather. Now, why do I bring
hell no!
What is the one thing worse than a spider?
Oh my god, they just keep showing me spiders. Oh my god.
Same-day delivery. A bigger spider rocking the same perk setup. That's right, Australia.
Guys, I'm not. Oh, this is gonna be so bad. My arachnophobia is gonna go fucking insane. I have such a bad reaction to spiders. Like, genuinely, I wish I could pull up the clip of me playing Hightail where I literally could not see a cartoon spider because it was too hyper realistic.
Australian scientists have found a brand new species of this funnel web that is even bigger. How much bigger? Well, the standard Sydney funnel web grows to around 5 centimeters or 2 inches. And
oh my god, no. And 2 inches is big. 2 inches is big. Okay, 2 inches is big. Size matters. Size doesn't matter. I meant to say size doesn't matter. Size doesn't matter.
I mean, if you're asking me, 2 inches is more than enough. 2 inches is actually fucking huge.
Exactly. 2 inches is huge. That's what I meant to say.
It's twice the fucking size, cunt. 4 inches of 8-legged menace to the animal kingdom. But that isn't even the best part.
I would rather throw myself off a cliff in Minecraft. No lie, I would rather throw myself off a cliff in Minecraft.
You know what they named this thing? Do you know what professional scientists named a super
Why would you put your head so close to
the most dangerous spider on the entire fucking planet? The Newcastle Big Boy. Deadliest spider on the entire fucking globe. Big Boy. Only in Australia. Platypus are weird. But
one, why would you name a spider Big Boy? Two, why would you live in Australia? I'm so sorry. Australians, I love you. Heart emoji. You are God's strongest soldier because I could not do that. I hate bugs.
I'm not sure you quite understand just how fucking weird. See, everyone knows the basics. They lay eggs, they sweat milk, and they look like God hit randomizer
They what?
Spore creature creator and just called it a day. But you see, mate, that's barely...
They sweat milk? What?
Been scratching the surface of weird platypus features. First up, as is the qualifier for any Australian animal, did you know they're venomous? No, I'm not fucking with you. You heard me correctly. Male platypus actually have venomous spurs on their hind legs. These spurs are multi-purpose, acting as defense from predators, as well as a tool for throwing hands with...
Is everything in Australia venomous? That's my question. Is everything... I'm so sorry. I keep pausing. Because is everything in Australia venomous? What in Australia is not venomous? The people? What? Oh, when baby girl... Okay, I'm
Other male
done.
platypus during mating season. And while their venom is non-lethal, that doesn't mean that getting stung by them doesn't fucking suck. See, platypus venom can cause extreme pain and swelling, and to ensure you remember not to fuck with them again, these effects can last for several months and have no treatment or anti-venom. So if Perry stabs your shit, your only option is to cry about it. Next on the list of offensive capabilities, I shit you not, platypus share the same hunting method as sharks. You see, that big-ass bill isn't just for show.
But I heard sharks aren't as angry killers as people say they are, but I could be wrong.
Enough surveillance equipment to make the CIA blush. Possessing the ability to sense changes in pressure in the water, but most importantly, containing electroreceptors that track electrical signals from muscle contractions made by their prey. Meaning that when whatever they're chasing starts quaking in fear, they know about it. And last but
Until
not
Dawn
least,
mentioned.
if those things weren't already unbelievable, we recently discovered something new. Platypus are fucking biofluorescent.
Whoa!
They glow.
They glow.
If you hit these things with a
They
black
glow.
light, they go bright fucking green. And the best part of that is, we have no clue why they do it. I guess it just means Perry was a biblically accurate platypus man. I give up, man. Who fucking designed this thing?
You know what?
Stepping on this rock.
Okay. Maybe the platypi would be the reason to move to Australia. Okay, they kind of cute. I kind of dig them actually. You know what? I don't care if they're poisonous.
Rock could straight up paralyze you. That's because this isn't actually a rock. That is a stonefish, a species of underwater menace native to Australia. And coming as a surprise to absolutely no one, it is also the most venomous fish in the ocean. Because of course it is. As if the fucking snakes and spiders weren't enough, now I can get packed up by a pet rock. But why is this Pokemon reject such a threat to my mental health? Well, you see, stonefish
I mean, I think Australia in general is a threat to the mental health.
Most other animals that do this little f***er doesn't have the decency to dress like a neon sign to warn you. No. This bastard is a 6th prestige prop hunt veteran, having evolved some of the most impressive camouflage in the animal kingdom to make hunting easier. And once they've set themselves up, they are basically indistinguishable from Patrick Starr's house. Now, this is a fairly major
Why did I think of the
problem, as
fucking...
they love to live in
Every time I hear Patrick Starr, I think of the makeup guru or whatever the hell he is. I don't know why I think of that.
shallows on the beach, and that venom we talked about earlier is stored in these 13 giant, highly toxic spines that deliver venom when pressed on. You can probably see where I'm going with this. Considering it's hard enough to spot these things while you're paying attention, if you were, say, on a romantic walk along the beach with one of the homies, and while distracted by his ethereal beauty, weren't paying
also
too
give
much...
me a second, sorry. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. I got a call mid-recording, so I had to take that. Because I happen to be very, very bad at communicating with people. So let's continue.
Attention to where you were walking, it would be very easy to place your foot in the wrong spot and step directly onto 13 hypodermic needles, which would then deliver a ginormous dose of neurotoxin straight into your system. Oh, you thought it was normal venom? No. You see, these things maxed out the toxin skill tree, producing a mixture of 2 neurotoxins that can flatline you by collapsing your heart and lungs in under an hour. And even if you survive, the sting still causes extreme pain, swelling, and tissue necrosis. Because this is Australia, where even the scenery is trying to one-shot me.
Why? Now why? Why is Australia just literally like a death game? It's literally like you, Danganronpa. It's literally like you go and you just die. Only the fittest survive. Now, I don't think I'm fit for that. I don't have good survival instincts.
this bird can straight hit you with a Mortal Kombat fatality.
Finish him.
Introducing the cassowary, a species of ratite native to the land down under. And for once, guys,
I am discovering that Morpaz is literally just like, here's every way you can die in Australia. I think I'm not fit for this.
it's not venomous. Can still flatline you though, and I'm going to tell you how. You see, these neon chickens belong to the same family of birds as the emu, and as such share their impressive size, coming in at a solid 79 kilos and
my
growing up
God.
to 6 feet tall, meaning the short kings in my audience could, in theory, mount these things like a chocobo. But what makes them stick out from emus? Well, you see,
Monster
the
Hunter
cassowary
reference.
is basically a spec ops emu.
I think
Being
that was
twice
Monster
the weight,
Hunter.
highly territorial,
I think.
and most importantly, coming with a combat knife strapped to their foot. That's right, this is a cassowary claw, and it's the reason they can hit you
Why?
with a fighting game finisher. You see, these claws are a full 5 inches long. And you know what I mean? Honestly, 5 inches, way too big for anything, and especially for something that's going inside me. And if you
I would not. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Why? What's the reason? Why did God put things that want to kill, like want us dead on the earth, and especially in Australia? What does he have? Why does he hate Australians? Why Australians? Huh? I wonder. I guess down under.
anger the tactical assault turkey, that is exactly what you're gonna get, as their go-to defense method is to kick you square in the gut with that kitchen knife and attempt to disembowel you. And I mean, even if the kick doesn't put your insides on the outsides, that kick is still going to send you flying, which can cause some fairly major problems. Problems like the incident that occurred in 2012, where I you not, a cassowary ran up behind a random tourist, hit the heavy attack button, and kicked the guy down a small cliff into the ocean.
What?
I mean, luckily he survived, but the fact that I live in a country where at any point I could be hit with a sneak attack by a kaiju turkey is terrifying.
You know what? Oh my God! What is? Oh my God!
Touching this plant will put you in the hospital. I'm dying. This is the Gimpy Gimpy plant, a piece of foliage native to the land down under. And surprising no one, not only is the thing venomous, it is in fact the most painful plant on the planet. Because yeah, no, of course, man.
Why?
Even the leaves down here have a problem with me. Growing in the rainforests of northern Queensland, these hell bushes are covered in tiny hairs that upon closer inspection aren't hairs at all and are actually thousands
Sorry,
of
I need to
hypodermic
stop having my
needles waiting
jaw
sadly to
drop.
break off inside your skin if you so much as brush them. Once inside you, these needles will inject you with, I am not kidding, neurotoxin and
Bruh.
cause absolute
I'm convinced Australia just has a kink for neurotoxins. Because what the hell you mean everything around you in Australia has a neurotoxin that's going to make you collapse and have a seizure or make you die or flatline or send you to the hospital for like 5 damn days? What? Australia? Why? Why? I'm gonna crash out.
absolutely excruciating pain. I mean, like comedic levels of pain. With one person describing it as being covered in hot acid and electrocuted, and another
my
woman
God.
saying that it was straight up more painful than childbirth and she'd given birth 4 times. And the
Oh my
part
God,
is,
I know.
the neurotoxin
No, that's bad. That's bad because I've heard from like doctors that they say you get the closest to death during childbirth. Like a lot of women get scarily close to dying during childbirth. That is an insane feat.
isn't even lethal. So this spiteful of a plant is hurting you purely for the love of the game. Mind you,
He deadass likes to hurt you for the love of the
getting
game.
Stung by this thing is actually worse than being put in the ground. This is because Groot's little hellspawn cousin here can continue
Also, was that
hurting you for
guy putting it on his skin? Ooh, Australians are a different breed. I have a respect for Australians now.
literal
Not that I had no respect for Australians before. It's just I have more respect for Australians now.
years after being stung. This is because those thousands of little hypodermic needles are actually made out of silicon, meaning your body can't break them down. And with how thin they are, your skin will usually close up over the top of them, meaning that these neurotoxin-emitting slivers can sit inside your skin for literal years, releasing more neurotoxin
That's crazy.
anytime that they're moved or disturbed. This constant, chronic, agonizing pain is so unbelievably bad that there have even been records of, trying not to get banned here, people Alt F4ing
Oh.
existence to make it stop. This particular
Oh, you know what I was about to say? I was about to say, at this point, the plant, I probably would have liked it better if it was the lethal version. Because what you mean, it puts you into immense pain for months on end, to the point where you went to Alt F4. That's crazy.
incident came from a man who accidentally used one of the plant leaves as toilet paper. I don't think it gets much worse than neurotoxin to the nuts. Crocodiles are just dinosaurs that forgot to go extinct. I am dead serious, and I cannot think of a croc species to
I miss
better make my
dinosaurs.
point than the saltwater crocodile, a species native to the land down under, and shocking absolutely no one. Yes, it can and will eat you.
Yeah,
Keeping on theme with the whole forgetting to go extinct thing, the salty stat spread just feels like something that should have been patched out with.
Oh my god. This is the worst. This is the worst photo I have ever
The
seen.
rest of Jurassic Park, starting with their ridiculous size.
Oh shit. Oh my god.
Salties are the largest reptile on the planet, coming in at a total of 6 fucking meters long with a maximum weight of 1,100 kilos, which makes this murder lizard genuinely longer than my fucking car.
What the hell?
The part is that despite being longer than my ute, they are for some reason absolute masters of stealth.
That scares me. They're like chameleons.
It's a scientific way of saying they are dirty fucking campers. You see, they've got 2 raised eyes that sit on the top of their heads, which means they can submerge their Ford Falcon-sized frame basically entirely under the water without sacrificing the ability to spot whatever they are looking to turn into a Happy Meal. And from your perspective as the Happy Meal,
So they're
they
like
are
prime
really difficult to
hunters.
see, which makes it very easy to walk just a little too close and, get bitten in half by that hydraulic press they call a mouth.
Love. Nestle Crunch.
That's right, just like any good camper, these scaly arseholes are packing a one-shot in the form of one of the highest bite forces of any animal on the f***ing planet, having been recorded at putting out a maximum of 3,700 psi of force through their jaws. To put that into context, your skull would crack at 1,100 psi, so a croc would pop your head like a watermelon. And if you don't immediately get folded by the first bite, those jaws will latch onto you as the croc begins a death roll, spitting its
Helicopter. Vroom. I can't. Oh my god. Imagine getting death rolled by a crocodile.
ton of body weight like a washing machine until whatever part of you it has decided to eat snaps off and is added to its protein goals. But the best thing about the crocodile
is insane.
Their build is so fucking good. They have genuinely been around with very little evolutionary change for 65 million years. Which means I grew up watching Steve Irwin wrestle dinosaurs for fun. Rest in peace, you absolute f***ing legend.
Steve Irwin was the one doing it for the love of the game. Cause that, oh my god, did you see? I think his son was on Dancing with the Stars. I saw that, I was like, yeah! Didn't he win? I think he might have won.
Koalas are really dumb.
I've heard this.
Icon is probably the dumbest thing on the planet. And that stupidity starts with their diet, because of all the things they could have chosen to eat, they chose to eat nothing but straight up poison. You see, koalas feed exclusively on eucalyptus leaves, which, shocking no one, are highly toxic, because they are full to the brim with eucalypt oil, which is so poisonous that as little as 3.75 mil is enough to land you in the afterlife, with the Reaper asking you what?
Wait, is this why they say you can't have eucalyptus around like your dogs or your cats? Because I've heard that like it's a poison. Like there's certain plants you can't have around your animals, and I know eucalyptus is one of them.
The fuck you felt the need to eat a leaf?
Why?
Oh, it's also highly flammable and burns like napalm. Because Australia. Now, despite nature putting up this giant do not eat sign, that did not stop the koala, because he can't fucking read. This suboptimal bulking diet
literally
not only
asked
gives the
koala.
fuck all in the way of nutrition, but also requires their body to rest to filter out the toxins so they don't fucking cark it. Meaning they need to spend upwards of 18 hours a day sleeping.
I'm jealous. I'm jealous of the koalas. I would love to spend 18 to 24 hours sleeping.
To just digest their fucking food. These dumbasses spend most of their life in a food coma. That is, however, if they even
I can't judge koalas. I spend half my life in a food coma. So excuse me, Morphaz. Excuse you. I spend my life in a food coma.
To begin with, because they are so mind-numbingly brain dead that they will not recognize a eucalyptus leaf as food unless it is on the branch. I could give this dumbass a lifetime supply of food, and if it wasn't on a stick, he would starve to death. It should come as no surprise to you at this point that the koala has such an Esky temperature IQ that they literally have a smooth brain. The thoughts
Wait, that's
fly
so cute.
right off of this dumb c***. I love him.
Smooth brain. Dun, 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 dun.
This wasp is basically a xenomorph. Introducing the tarantula
Ew,
hawk
I hate
wasp,
bugs, I
possibly
hate
one of
bugs.
the most
We're back to the bugs.
nightmare-inducing insects on the planet. And the reason it's such a threat to your mental health is because its hunting and reproduction strategy is ripped straight from Ellen Ripley's autobiography. But before we get to the strats, you're going to have to learn a little bit about it first. Native to Australia, because of course it fucking is.
Of course it
this
is.
the largest wasp on the planet, coming in at a massive 2.5 inches. Which, I mean, boys, we would all agree, well above average, right?
Yeah.
Huge.
Yeah.
And this is probably the most
Two's
effective
above-
2
two's
inches
above
it's
average.
ever been because it has the second most painful sting of any insect on the planet, coming in just barely behind the bullet ant. Pack and a half-inch stinger with a potent venom that has been described as
I hate bugs. I hate bugs.
debilitating, I can't move my arm, and electric. Now, the size and poison aren't just for nothing, because as the name tarantula hawk wasp suggests,
You know
they
what?
are purpose-built, genetically perfect killing machines designed specifically to violate spiders. Making Australia basically an all-you-can-eat buffet for them. They don't just execute the spiders. No.
Please
that'd
execute
be
me.
too normal. Hawk wasps
I
use
share the
spiders
earth with these
to
things.
reproduce in one of the most horrific ways.
I share the earth with those motherfuckers. What do you mean? I'd rather. Oh my god, take me out, please.
Possible. And that all starts with a female hawk wasp hunting down a tarantula. As the buff bulking spider takes a wrong turn down a dark alley, the hawk wasp, noticing the 8 sets of TNs on his feet, proceeds to fucking jump him.
Oh my
Flying
god.
down from above to land a sting into the spider's abdomen, instantly and permanently paralyzing it. The Bug Harbour Butcher then proceeds to drag the still completely conscious and aware spider.
Also, speaking of the Bay Harbor Butcher, why have I seen the entirety of Dexter on YouTube Reels? That's what I have a question for.
Kill room, which is where the fucked up part really begins. Because our wasp isn't hungry, it's pregnant, and proceeds to lay its egg on the paralyzed spider's abdomen. After about 3 to 4 days, that egg hatches into a larvae.
Oh.
A very, very hungry larvae. Fortunately, there's a whole bunch of fresh fruit right here underneath them. That food being the still paralyzed, still very conscious and aware spider. The larvae burrows into the spider's abdomen and gets to work converting it into a
This is a horror
KFC
movie.
family bucket, consuming it from the inside out, purposely avoiding vital organs to keep the food nice and fresh. After it's done consuming a living being, the larvae breaks forth from the demolished corpse like a fucking chestburster and fucks off to continue the generational arachnid
This is
violation.
disgusting.
Anywho, good luck getting any sleep tonight.
Oh! Why? Why? Why does Australia just hate the world? What? Why? Why is there so many? Oh my god.
A gorilla can't beat 100 men in a fight. He gets jumped. But that begs the question, which animal does win? And the answer, stepping into the ring
Hippos?
at 5 meters long and weighing in at a genuinely frightening 4,500 kilos.
Hippopotamus.
I present to you the hippopotamus.
Rat
Yeah, look, a hippo crossing
personified.
a 100 long line at the gates of heaven after a fight is honestly pretty plausible. You see, despite the fantastic PR work Moodang has done for the hippopotamus community,
I love
doesn't change
Mudang.
the fact that Moto here is a sentient
Also,
Ford
Chibi mentioned-
F-150, the temperament of a fucking serial killer who can win this fight for one very specific reason. You can't fucking hurt it. You say the hippopotamus is possibly the tankiest land animal on the fucking planet, packing an unbelievably thick 2-inch hide. Now look, we all know 2
Okay,
inches is a
2
lot,
inches is a lot.
especially in the sheets, but in the streets of the African savannah, this makes them practically
Invincible.
Don't believe me? Here is a hippopotamus walking away from 10 lions trying to convert it into a family meal. Notice how the hippopotamus does not give a single
The lion does not concern himself with other lions trying to eat him in his 2-inch thick skin. I think that's
If Mufasa and his extended family can't hurt it,
the lioness does not concern themselves.
neither can you. However, don't let the fact that it's walking away fool you here. The hippopotamus is not a peaceful animal. They are, in fact, violent, psychopathic, 4.5-ton thundercats that can and will bite you in half.
The Buy of 87.
A hippo's jaw produces 2,000 psi of pure crushing force. So if he catches your ass, you are the watermelon.
Yeah.
And as if the hydraulic press wasn't bad enough, don't forget they've got 2 20-inch fangs in that mouth that'll
Whoa.
put a hole in you big enough to stick your f***ing arm through. But honestly, the bite doesn't even f***ing matter. It weighs 4.5 tons and can run at
He a big old guy.
30K
He a
an
big old
hour.
guy.
Getting hit by a charging hippo is like getting hit by a f***ing bus. There is
Ooh.
no way we are winning a fight against something that could probably take out 10 people.
I kind of fuck with him though. I kind of fuck with him. I low-key like him. I dig him. He's kind of nice. He's kind of cool. Imagine like just a beefy old guy.
Just by rolling over.
I like him.
In summary, don't f with the hungry hippo.
Is that a fuzzy crocodile?
Komodo dragons are horror villains. I mean, seriously, this
I used to watch Jessie on Disney, and I wanted a Komodo dragon.
lizard
But
is
now I think I'm
easily
gonna
one
regret
of
that.
the biggest assholes in the animal kingdom when it comes to hunting methods, packing a PhD in suffering and a double degree in biological warfare, purely because they cannot be expending effort to hunt. You
That's
see,
crazy.
Godzilla's little cousin here is the largest lizard in the world, weighing up to 166 kilos and being a full 3.13 meters in length, which means, for the short kings in my audience, if you're brave enough, bang a motor transport right there. Now, being the reptile equivalent of a Cadillac Escalade means that the Komodo dragon needs to consume a lot of calories to keep that bulk going. However, rather than using that bulk to proactively chase down and body slam its prey, they can take down prey 3 times their size, because as if being a reptilian
big
tank
guy.
was not enough,
SpongeBob, big
they
guy
are
pants,
also
okay.
venomous. And this isn't just your run-of-the-mill snake venom that, you know, gives you a nice quick 15-minute death. No. A Komodo hunt starts with it running up to its prey and giving it a nice big chomp on the leg.
I always say, go for the ankles. Go for the ankles. That's why I fuck with Chihuahuas. That's why the Chihuahuas go hard. They're ankle biters. That's why I always say Chihuahuas are the best, because they go for the ankles.
Hemorrhagic venom. After biting, the Komodo dragon off and just sits there watching. The confused and bewildered animal runs off into the forest, leaking blood, allowing that Komodo dragon to track it like a DoorDash order. A week goes by, and that bite wound isn't closing because hemorrhagic venom prevents blood clots. So, the animal is still slowly bleeding out, and the Komodo is still watching. More time passes. That bite wound gets infected.
They're mad.
because
Wait,
Komodo-
is it called masochists? They're sadists. Is it? They like to mess with their prey. Ooh, they're like ooh.
Those are carrion feeders, meaning that the inside of their mouth is full of enough rotting flesh and bacteria to give Asmongold a run for his money. The infection begins to drain the animal's strength, and the Komodo is still watching. Another week passes. The infection has spread, and the flesh has begun to rot.
Oh,
And you best believe that ass lizard is still there watching.
No
like he's
way.
waiting for his meal to heat up in the microwave. Once the bleeding, disease-ridden animal becomes too exhausted to move on its own and collapses, the Komodo strolls over
they're
and
monsters.
eats it alive, shredding it into chunks if it's larger, or if it's small enough,
You could see the rot. Oh, they're monsters.
swallowing it whole as it screams on the way down. Even for me, man, that's fucked.
That was messed up. Okay, never mind. I don't want a Komodo dragon.
This is the deadliest snake in the world. Introducing the inland taipan, and being the deadliest venom noodle in the world, I will give you exactly one guess as to where it's found. It's Australia.
I think
of course
down
it's
under.
in Australia. Be so serious here. Where the else did you think you were going to find it? Canada? More specifically, as the name suggests, the taipan is found inland in the...
I'm convinced I'm convinced there's like a generational curse on Australia. And everything bad that could be found is found in Australia.
outback. Luckily, extremely far from civilization, because this homicidal hospital hose is the definition of size doesn't matter. Because despite having extremely small fangs for a venomous snake, coming in at only 6.2 millimeters, the taipan is here to show you
0.23 inches is still pretty average, okay?
that you absolutely can feel less than an inch, because those fangs contain the statistically deadliest snake venom on the fucking
That's
planet.
insane. Ooh.
Yeah, taipan venom is a pina colada of pain, containing, but not limited to, hemotoxins to cause blood clots, myotoxins for paralysis and necrosis,
What the
nephrotoxins
hell?
to shut down your kidneys, and 3 different kinds of neurotoxin.
It's
Needless to
always
say, if
the neurotoxins. It's always the neurotoxins. I'm convinced. Australia loves
it
neurotoxins.
bites you, you will get a headache, vomit up the entire contents of your stomach, collapse to the ground in agonizing pain, and then your heart and lungs will stop, sending you to meet God in under 15 minutes.
Oh.
And that venom is so fucking potent that one bite contains enough toxin to do that to 100 people. But the funniest part of this snake's venom is that in the wild, they only hunt rats and fucking mice. The deadliest venom on the planet, and they are using it to pack up Remy the rat. It's like hunting a rabbit with a fucking AWP.
It's the cutest f***ing thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
Oh my god. Oh my god. No, you can't make this up. You cannot make this up. They're literally like, oh my god, I got flashbacks. I got flashbacks to my Counter-Strike days.
This adorable little octopus
I've heard about
is
this one.
also the world's deadliest.
I've heard about this one actually.
Introducing
I think
the
a little.
blue-ringed octopus, a species of cephalopod native to Australia, and in a shock to precisely
Shock
zero
to none.
people at this point, it's venomous. Because of course it's fucking venomous. Why wouldn't it be venomous? That'd make my life way too fucking easy. Now,
Honestly,
to its
I think if I see like a really scary creature and it's not venomous and it's from Australia, I think then I'll be shocked. I want to see a really ugly, scary creature that's not from Australia, that's from Australia, but that is not venomous.
Unlike most of the toxic bullshit in this hellscape I call home, they at least have the common decency to be coloured like a fucking neon sign. However,
good.
it immediately loses this credit by being the octopus equivalent of a f***ing hobbit, coming in smaller than a 50-cent coin. And
Also, why is he touching
the
it?
problem, because it is the most venomous octopus in the world. That's right, this fluoro spaghetti ball is packed to the brim with neurotoxin. More specifically, tetrodotoxin. You know,
Neurotoxins
the same
again.
that turns cooking a puff fish into a quick time event. Yeah,
Ugh.
these little guys are packing it too. However, because it is Australian, the blue-ringed octopus is on violence timing and is the only animal in the world to use this as an offensive measure by way of a venomous bite. But what does the venom actually do? Well, imagine you're wading through the rock pools with the homies, and you accidentally disturb this little gentleman's residence. The blue ring, taking the American approach to home defense, suctions onto your leg and bites you. Best part, it's completely painless. So if you're distracted by how thick your mate's looking in those Speedos, you aren't going to feel shit. That is, until your face starts tingling like TV static. It's warm out here under the sun, but you weren't sweating like this 5 minutes ago, and now you got a headache. You start to feel sick, weak. You go to call out, but your voice comes out slurred like you just knocked back a bottle of vodka.
Oh my god.
Shots of vodka.
I love this meme. 3 shots of vodka proceeds to like pour the entire thing into a bottle and then just like.
And then suddenly, your legs come out from under you and you hit the beach.
Oh.
Fun fact about tetrodotoxin. It's a paralytic. Freezes up your muscles one by one, starting with your arms and legs, which is why you're kissing the sand. You know what else is a muscle? Your diaphragm, a muscle that controls your breathing. And yeah, turns those bad boys off too. And so, your chest stops rising and falling, and you suffocate to death right there on the beach.
Now, why would anyone go to Australia?
You may be wondering, how come no one called an ambulance? That's easy. They didn't have time to. You went up to meet your ancestors in under 20 minutes. God ordered your ass with same-day shipping and
Same-day delivery.
Employee of the month.
All I know is I'm never taking a vacation to Australia. Never.
This shrimp can cause explosions.
My main
Whoa.
goal is to blow up.
Introducing the mantis shrimp, native to the West Indo-Pacific
Wait, I'm
Ocean,
actually
and
I'm
possibly
interested.
the coolest crustacean under the sea, because this fluorescent armored sausage is actually a voracious, bloodthirsty predator rocking enough surveillance equipment to scare the CIA with a weapon powerful enough to surpass Metal Gear. See, the mantis shrimp is a highly effective predator, and they find and track their prey with easily
God,
the
every
most
time he-
advanced set of eyes on the fucking planet. First off, each of these eye stalks can rotate independently like a periscope.
Oh, that's
giving them a
freaky.
full 360 degrees of vision. However, more importantly, they can see colours we can't. You see, the mantis shrimp's eyes contain a full...
Wait, see colors we can't? Holy, there's other colors we can't see? You could tell I have a smooth brain. You know what? I should be a koala VTuber because I have a smooth ass brain.
15 photoreceptor cones compared to our 3. Which is a fancy way of saying they can see in 16K HDR with ray tracing enabled at 500 render distance.
Oh my piece.
Now, not only is the visual clarity unmatched, they can also see into the infrared and ultraviolet light spectrums.
That's
and
insane.
despite all of this, they still can't find who asked. What they can, however, find is their next meal. The mantis shrimp subsists on a diet of fish, worms, squidward,
Squidward.
and, most importantly, Mr. Krabs. Now, crabs famously exist inside of a defensive shell. So, how does this polite little gentleman break into the shell? Simple. He throws hands.
So does he actually explode?
That's right, weighing in at only 90 grams and 38 centimeters in length, the mantis shrimp has a punch that produces 15,000 newtons of force.
What the hell?
176 newtons per gram. So if a human was capable of that same kind of force, a right hook from someone who weighs 80 kilo would be like getting hit in the face with 6 sticks of dynamite. Now, to produce that force,
How?
its claw needs to be moving at 83 kilometers an hour.
That's insane.
which
Wait, that's
is
actually so interesting. Wait, I kind of like this little guy. He's kind of cool.
so fast, it creates a vacuum in the water called a cavitation bubble, which then immediately collapses.
At such a speed,
It creates a miniature explosion that flashbangs the target and reaches a temperature hotter than the surface of the sun.
What the
Mr.
hell?
Krabs is getting f***ing disintegrated.
Money.
Money. Ooh, Mr. Krabs is not gonna last too long.
Most snails aren't scary, except for this one. This one's Australian. Introducing the cone snail, an aquatic mollusk native to the land down under. And as seems to be the requirement when sharing your postcode with a kangaroo, you guessed it.
I love
it can quite
kangaroos.
easily cause your neck snap to be in a coffin. And the way it can achieve it is this bad boy right here. You see, despite most snails
What?
having a reputation for being slow goobers that get folded by a salt shaker, the cone snail is a highly effective ambush predator. And you may be wondering, how the fuck does a creature that moves slower than the GTA 6 development cycle hunt anything? Well, that's simple. It has a grappling hook.
Oh my god.
That's right, Gary's murderous little cousin here is a roadhog, mate.
Hi there.
Oh my god, so he's just like, oh.
And he hunts by slowly but surely stalking up on his prey until he's just within range, and then bang!
Oh.
The cone snail does a quarter circle input, spitting out a toothed harpoon at 90 kilometers
hell?
an hour. This harpoon then nails its prey, allowing them to reel it in like he's playing Scorpion. And in case that wasn't bad enough,
Wait,
as
this is
seems to
actually
be a
so
requirement
insane.
for spawning on Australian servers, it's venomous.
Of course
That
it is.
harpoon-
I was about to say, wow, more pads. This one's not venomous yet. I'm surprised you didn't mention that it's venomous. Wow. No, finally, an Australian creature that's not venomous. And I was wrong.
Also injects its prey with a highly potent neurotoxin that instantly
Bro, it's always the neurotoxins. It's always the neurotoxins. Why? Why does Australia creatures love neurotoxins? Why?
paralyzes it. This means it cannot put up
Lizard.
a fight as it is sucked into the snail's ginormous maw like a nightmarish version of Kirby.
Oh!
and just in case you thought for once
That's
you
horrifying.
might be safe, cone snail venom is potent enough to kill 700 people with one sting.
That's-
Oh yeah, and there's no anti-venom. Because it's not enough that it can kill me. No, I have to die knowing there is zero counterplay. Who balanced this
That's insane, bro. Oh my god.
If you see this thing T-pose, run!
I've heard of these.
Introducing the anteater, a goofy little creature
Yes.
native to Brazil, and to understand why the absolute stance on this bad boy is a threat to your health, you're gonna have to understand a little about his lifestyle first. Now listen, I know this may come as a shock to you, but the anteater eats ants. And weighing in at 40 kilos and 1.
No, I think he fashions himself a fancy palate, so he enjoys his ants dead.
8 meters in length. He needs to consume upwards of 40,000 ants per day. Now, in order to help him hit his bulking goals, the anteater has a mystery mouse tool stored inside that XL sniffer.
Do it for you.
A
Didn't I do it for
60
you?
centimeter long tongue. Designed to snake
That's
its
a
way down
long-ass
ant
tongue.
colony's tunnel network, smash into their living room, and abduct the entire cast of Bug's Life and convert them into a high-calorie meal. However, what that tongue do only goes so far, as an ant colony can extend up to 4 meters underground, and termites live in high-rises, which means our boy
Oh.
here is going to have to do a little excavation to get to the goods. But last I checked, an anteater can't go down to Bunnings and buy a shovel. So how does he dig? Oh, that's simple. With the combat knives he has for claws.
Yes, I've seen their nails.
Permanently cosplaying Freddy Krueger with a set of 4-inch claws, which, proving the effectiveness of a few inches, can crack through f***ing concrete. Now, these work great for digging, but they are also more than capable of flatlining you. When threatened, the anteater will rear up into a defensive T-pose. This is your sign, if you are smart, to turn around and fuck all the way off. If, however, you were, say, some dumbass trophy hunter who really felt the need to try and stab an animal for no reason other than ego, the anteater will swipe at you with those claws, which are at the perfect height to nail you in a thigh, slip through your flesh like butter, and sever your femoral artery,
causing you to bleed out in 2 minutes while the anteater watches you go meet your ancestors.
That's crazy.
Can you imagine having to explain to your ancestors who felled woolly mammoths, you got your hacked up by the most unserious creature on the planet hitting a T-pose?
That's so true, actually. That is so true. Wait, that is so true.
Australia's scariest spider is hiding a
I might have to
deep
top
secret.
out. I might have to top out. I might
What
have to
is
top
it?
out. I
Well,
can't do spiders.
introducing the huntsman, native to the land down under,
No,
and
I can't
the
do-
number one cause of tourists absolutely shitting themselves on camera. And look,
I hate
in
spiders. I hate
defense
spiders.
of said tourists, I will be the first to admit, yeah, this looks scarier than a job application. Those gangly
Oh my
ass
god,
legs and the
I would
hair
rather
make it
work.
look like
I would
Slender
rather
Man's
work a
testicles.
job. I'd rather do a
Now,
job
as if
application than see
having
that thing.
a negative charisma stat wasn't bad enough, I regret to inform you that the huntsman spider grows up to 30
Oh no! I have to cover my monitor.
centimeters
Ew.
in size, making it the largest spider on the planet by leg span, and legally allowing Subway to market him as a foot long.
Ooh, I'm never going to eat at Subway
Spider
again.
Equivalent of a Ford F-150. You'd think he'd have the common decency to be slow, you know.
No,
build.
no, probably not.
Unfortunately, the huntsman is fucking turbocharged.
Ew.
Now, it's usually at this point in the video that I would inform you that he is also highly venomous, because it's Australia. However, that's his big secret. The huntsman is a big sweetheart. You see, despite looking like an SCP, huntsmen are incredibly timid, and on the rare occasion they do bite, their venom is harmless.
Oh
In
my
fact,
god!
seeing one of these
Finally,
bad boys in your house
a silver
is a
lining.
blessing in disguise.
Ew.
Because if you see a huntsman in your home, I guarantee you won't see any annoying ass flies or mosquitoes because he's eaten them. You see, he understands he's big enough that he should be paying rent, and so he contributes to the household through pest control.
He's not all that bad.
Personally have
I just
had
can't
one of these bad
stare
boys
at
as an
him.
8-legged roommate, and I can tell you they're pretty good company. Except for the part where they cause car crashes.
Oh.
Yeah, you see, huntsmen like to hide in tight spaces and cracks, and they do it by flattening out their body to fit into the gap.
Ew.
Now, in the house, that usually means you'll just find them behind a painting, but when you're flying down the highway at 110k an hour and decide to flip down the sun visor because God is trying to flashbang you, yeah, they like to sleep in there and you've just dropped one into your lap.
Ew.
Now, whatever you do, don't panic or you're
I would
gonna
panic.
crash
I would panic. I would panic. I would panic. I would panic. Well, that was I won't lie, that was an interesting experience. Thank you so much, PARZ, for the video, and thank you so much for scarring me so badly that I can't look at a spider ever again. Or actually, I can't look at the entire country of Australia ever again. I think I'm never going to visit Australia. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, lovely Australians. I can't do it. I can't do it. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. And thank you. I would love if you hit that subscribe button and that like button, but you don't have to. You don't have to. Thank you so much for sitting here and listening to me yap my head off. And also, I actually really enjoyed that. If you guys have any other videos you would like me to react to, I would love to. So make sure to like, subscribe, and comment what you'd like to see next from me. I am MakiCake, and I am signing out. Bye-bye!